After I tell you guys this, you guys will have to figure it out yourself. Okay, guys. So I am leaving the house today. I have to go pack right now for the house for medical reasons, and um, yeah. You're not coming back or what? I don't know. I can answer that. What I do know is that you guys should kill this in my honor, and hopefully you guys do go with Circus Biggie. Or strip to Sabrina, and I appreciate that. I have only 20 minutes by. Sabrina.
Oh, guys, so Sabrina has left the house. So sad. I hope that she comes back. So, if you've been watching the show, you know that she has been having issues with her feet, swollen feet. In fact, she is unable to participate in like physical tasks and all that. The HOH games that they did yesterday, she was not able to participate. Zita as well was not able to participate. Both of them have water retention, but it's like Zita's own is still under control, but Sabrina's own has been like for a week now, and it did not seem like it was getting any better. So I'm very sure that Biggie presented her with the option of maybe going outside for proper medical treatment, because they need to check it, because they've been giving her treatment and it doesn't seem like it's getting any better. So they definitely need another pair of eyes to look at the at her swollen feet. According to her, she doesn't know if she's going to come back. She has packed her things, she has told some of the housemates, and she has left. I hope that she comes back. But at the end of the day, even if she doesn't come back, life goes on. Health first, to be honest, health first, too. And I'm glad that she has actually showcased herself like for the 2 weeks that she has been in the house. So, I mean, with the 2 weeks, she can actually do so much with the 2 weeks that she has spent in the house. Nonetheless, I hope that she comes back better and stronger. Do you know one thing about gossips? They always say anything they say behind your back, they can actually say it in your presence. Now, when situations like this present itself, for them to be able or give them an avenue to say those hurtful things or bad things they say behind your back to you, they go mute. Oh my god. So Sultana and Doris lied, like 100% lied. And it's the fact that they kept a straight face. In fact, what was I even thinking? What would they would definitely keep a straight face when lying. Like, they just showed the whole world, the whole Nigeria, the whole of Africa, that they are indeed cowards. Like, no balls, nothing, just a bunch of gossips. I mean, it's not bad, especially, I mean, it's a game, it's in the house, they are bored, okay, that's an excuse. They will talk about other people. Great, right? Now, I have two things to say. Number one is, if you have to gossip, right, you don't necessarily have to say bad things or hurtful things about people, right? That's out of the question. Now, the second one is, okay, you are gossiping and nobody asked you, right? But you just randomly say, oh, me, I'm not scared of anybody. Oh. Me, I can say it in front of them if I see them. Okay, we are going to hold you to your word, right? You can say it in front of them. Now, a situation that's presented itself, or it presented itself for you to say it in their presence, you could not say it. Like, come on now. Anyways, welcome guys to Training with Zainab. It's another update on Bbnaija season 10, 10 over 10. Unfortunately, Dambo's kid and Ibi Fubara were evicted yesterday. I felt so bad for Dambo's kid, to be honest. Like, I'm like, oh, and for a second, he just waited there. He probably thought that Ebuka was joking. It didn't sink at first. I'm like, oh, like this is so bad. And Zita was just like, she was tearing up. It didn't really show, but she was tearing up here and there. And that was a really emotional moment for her. And I wish both of them the best. Dambo's kid, IB Fubara, I wish both of them the best. The fact that Dambo's kid won like face of extract, that's like something to kind of pacify him, at least to make him feel happy and still proud of himself regardless. Both of them are stars for them to have come this far. So yeah, congratulations to them all the same, and I wish them the very, very best. So we are not going to see any triangle with IB Fubara, Bright, and Mide, because it's like the triangle was about to start causing problems, right? So, anyways, that aside, now let's move on to the question and answer part from Ebuka to the housemates. So, Ebuka, I think he asks Victory first. Why he didn't choose to save Bright, instead, he chose to save Kaikumi. And the only thing that could come out of Victory's mouth was the fact that Kaikumi earned it. Even if after Kaikumi and Bright fought, he still showed um, Bright the red envelope when they were looking for that red envelope on, was it on Monday, that he still showed Bright the envelope, told him where it could possibly be. So for that reason, he felt like Kaikumi earned it, and the fact that he was going through some stuff in the house, all fine and good. That one is even okay. Now moving on to Thelma, Ebuka goes on to ask Thelma how she feels about Isabella. Even if Thelma, she did not directly say all the things that she had been saying, right? But she did not hide her words. She didn't hide her hands. She didn't seem like, oh, it was all kumbaya between both of them, because apparently not, right? She goes on to say that she could have chosen she could have chosen another person, but she chose not to do that, because you can't go around calling me your sister, and when I need your cheering, or you know you don't support me. Basically, you don't support me. She gave an instance of the head of house games when she and Jason were competing, and the loudest cheer she could hear was Isabella's own, and Isabella was cheering for Jason instead of cheering for her. And this is somebody that she has done and helped with like so many things in the house, so she doesn't consider her as a friend, right? So that one, like I said, is not, even if it's not completely what Thelma had been saying about Isabella, at least she did not hide her hands. It was clear that they were not in good terms, and she felt like a certain way about them. Now, moving on to Sultana and Doris. So Ebuka asks Sultana first. Sultana, how do you feel about Dede? Okay. Sultana goes on to look left, right. She was, I don't know, like, are you having amnesia now or something? So she goes on to say she doesn't feel any way about her. She just feels like they have different personas, and that's okay. Ebuka was like, that's it? She was like, yes, that's it. I'm like, eh? That's it? Like, this is an opportunity for you to say all the things on your mind, like, say it to your full chest. But she hid like a coward. Oh my god. I'm like, nah, like this is really disappointing. This is somebody that anytime she's gossiping, she'll be like, anytime I'm saying here, anything I'm saying here, I can say it in her presence. Me, I'm not scared of anybody. Girl, you are scared. You are scared. You're scared, to be honest. Like, say it's okay. Now, Ebuka has given you open floor. Say all the things, like pour out your grievances. You say no, there's nothing that you feel like people have different personas, and that's okay. Really, I would have loved Ebuka to give us like, specifics, like ask her specific question instead of asking general like question. How do you feel? Like, ask her. I expected him to actually go for that and say, oh, okay, but you said this and you said that, but he didn't do that. Maybe he's saving that for a later time. I don't know. But yeah, Sultana lied about this whole issue, and it's just really disappointing, to be honest. Now, moving on to Doris, rather. If you could ask Doris to the same question, how do you feel about Mide? And Doris goes on to say, oh, she would admit that she didn't like Mide at first, but now she and Mide are cool because they've talked about it. That she even told her that she liked Dede at first. That I'm like, these girls, it's okay. Like, the lie is enough. Like, ugh, the lie is enough. She even goes on to start doing a lot of shalaye that she and Mide have talked about it, and that's why Mide did not feel a certain. That's why Mide did not feel any kind of way. I'm like, okay, Doris, we hear you. We actually hear you. Now, fast forward to head of house. So our head of house now, or before the challenger is Tracy. And it was so unexpected, to be honest, because she was actually part of the five people, of course, like top five people. K-Bobo had like the fastest time. I think Tracy, no, followed by Jason. Jason had the second fastest time, and Tracy had the third fastest time. So there were five in the final stage. K-Bobo, Jason, Tracy, Mentan, and Denari. Right. So the people that qualified that had the top fastest time would now advance to the final stage. So that final stage, they're supposed to put like balls on a flat plate, guys. Like these are, I don't even know how to. These are like distinct balls, like balls that easily roll off like flat surfaces. So they were supposed to do that and ensure that the ball doesn't fall down. So anybody whose ball falls down first would be, eliminated from that round. So they did it the first time. Big Brother explained, right? But it's like Mensan did not understand what Big Brother was saying, right? Even Jason, I don't think he understood. Even K-Bobo, he did not understand. Like both of them, they were not supposed to move from that spot to the next. They were not supposed to move at all. Like basically, they were supposed to stand there, right? But they moved. Mensan moved, made the first move. Then I think Jason followed. K-Bobo too followed. So they were just following the crowd. The only people that understood what Big Brother said where Denari and Tracy, they understood because Big Brother did not tell them to move. Big Brother just said, hold the plate, hold the ball on the plate, and the first person whose ball falls down will be eliminated from that round. So Denari and Tracy understood that, and they were the only ones that did not get eliminated from that round. So now to the final round. It gets easier because after they did that, they actually stayed there for a while. Then Big Brother said they would move to the next stage. So for the next stage, they were to climb a beam and stand on that beam, holding that very flat plate and these very round balls that could easily fall off any flat surface, right? So the first person whose ball falls down again would be eliminated and the person remaining would become head of house, right? They had a struggle. Even me, I was beating them because their legs were just shaking, like really, really shaking. In my head, I'm like, how does Big Brother come up with these rules? How does the person, not even Big Brother, how does the person who organizes these games, who sets these games, come up with these things? Very, very creative, very, very genius, if you ask me. So, anyways, the long and short of the matter, Tracy and Denari climbed on the beam. They had a few mishaps. Even Big Brother had to give them like a hint. But at the end of the day, Denari's ball falls down and Tracy's ball was still on the plate. Our own falls down like almost immediately, but it was Denari's ball that falls down first, right? So yeah, Tracy is the head of house for 24 hours before the challenger. So if she's not able to defeat or she should not if she's not able to defend her title, a new head of house would emerge. So yeah, that's just that. And again, she chose culture as her house guest. And I'm like, very, very interesting. I did not expect that. Although they are close in the house, and I think he's actually the closest to her in the house, maybe. So that's why she chose her. She chose him rather, but that definitely came as a, I don't know, it was not expected, right? So yeah, congratulations to Tracy. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.